me. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right, now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm in the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, college boys,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Edwardsville and the District 7 Sports Complex here in the hustle-bustling town of Edwardsville, Illinois. We're here because it's softball time, regional championship game between your Collinsville Lady K-Hawks and the Lady Tigers of Edwardsville High School. And once again, a very good afternoon, everyone. I am Todd Duke, and I'm still wearing a sweatshirt. It is May 27th, and I'm still wearing a sweatshirt. At any rate, welcome in to the pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road there in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. K-Hawks come into this contest with an overall record of 11-18. They finished 4-8 in Southwestern Conference play under their second-year head coach Jessica Schmittling. Edwardsville, they come in red hot as usual, 28-3 on the year. They finished 11-1 in conference play. That was good for a shared conference title with Belleville East, who also went 11-1, and the only loss that either team had was against each other. Lori Blade, she is in her 19th year here at Edwardsville High School. 519 wins, 97 losses, 25th year overall coaching softball in the state of Illinois after her first 8 years were spent in Carrollton. 778 wins and only 128 losses. Offensively for Collinsville this year, they're averaging 6.3 runs per game. Edwardsville is better than that by 3 runs, 9.3 runs per game is what Edwardsville is scoring on average. Defensively, it's even wider than those 3 runs. Collinsville defensively allowing 8.7 runs per game, while defensively for Edwardsville, they're in a robust 1.3 runs per game allowed on average this year. Kahawks, they're coming off a 4-2 win over Alton in the regional semifinal here on Tuesday and are 4-3 over their last 7 games. CHS picked up single runs in the first, third, fourth, and sixth innings in that game, while the Lady Kahawks pitcher Marissa Thomas and the Collinsville defense held Alton to just single runs in the third and the fourth. Thomas with a complete game victory, 9th complete game of the year for her. She scattered 8 hits, 6 strikeouts to 1 walk. Catcher Mackenzie Young went 3 for 3 at the plate with a double and 2 RBIs. Alexi Rafalowski went 2 for 3, couple of stolen bases and 2 runs scored, and Briley Anderton and Katie Bardwell had the other 2 RBIs. Edwardsville, there are only 3 losses on the year. Freeburg in the season opener, Belleville East on the 12th of May, and Waterloo on the 20th of May, just last week. Tigers are coming off a 1-0 walk-off win over Quincy in Tuesday's other regional semifinal. Edwardsville pitcher Riley Owens went the distance, only giving up 3 hits while striking out 10 and issuing just 1 walk in that contest. Edwardsville offense only mustered 4 hits themselves, but the Tigers came away with a double by Lexi Griffin, a sac bunt by Brooke Tolley moved the courtesy runner Grace Blackmore to third, who then scored on a game-winning walk-off RBI bunt by Zoe Boyd. So that's how both of these teams got here. I had a chance to catch up with Collinsville head coach Jessica Schmittling. We touched on that game as well as her own game against Alton, plus a brief overview of the season that just ended. And my conversation with the Collinsville Lady Kahawk softball coach will come your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach. Whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues, we have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're in Edwardsville on a cloudy and cool day for a little regional softball championship action between your Collinsville Kahawks and the Edwardsville Tigers. Joining us now is Collinsville head coach Jessica Smitling. Haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while because I was doing the seniors there for a while. So let's reflect on your second season as Collinsville softball head coach and tell me your thoughts on this year.
Yeah, I think that this year, we focused a lot on each individual kid and how they represented inside of the team and what they can bring to the team. So we focused on what their strengths were, what they needed to work on, and then ultimately how that all comes together as one. So in doing that, a lot of conversations that took place there were really healthy conversations that lead us to this point.
All right, I know you're also involved in the middle school and the junior varsity and stuff like that. So give us a little state of the program, kind of a update, if you will, on the future of the Lady Kahok softball program.
Yeah, when I first stepped into be the middle school coach, the big thing there was to make sure that we had some continuity of our program. So we're setting a lot of culture expectations early on, working on some developmental pieces at the lower age groups and running camps to make sure that we bring the community into that. So I think as far as like overall future of that, we can focus a lot more on the compete aspect of it when they get to high school, because all those things are going to be set in place as far as the intangibles, the culture pieces early on in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade versus trying to play catch up with that when they're in high school. So.
All right, JV team had a little bit of a rough year. Is that any indication that the future is going to be rough?
Yeah, I think, when I took over that middle school part of the program, we knew there were going to be years in there, so there was a lot there with our JV program this year. That there were some kids there that are new that I really, haven't been around. And so, I think there was a little bit of catch-up in there. I don't think that's a overall indication of what next year or the next couple of years will look like, but we do have some work to do there, and I think everybody is able to see that.
All right, let's talk about a little on-field action. You guys are here because you beat Alton on Tuesday afternoon. Your thoughts on that game?
Yeah, Alton really is where all of those conversations that we've had up to this point, you could really see them come together. So each one of our kids found a way to contribute in that game, and whatever that role was that they were asked of that day, I think like true team win is how I felt coming out of that game. So starting off with, Marissa was very strong in the circle for 7 innings. I think that we played great defense behind her. I think offensively we missed a few opportunities in there to really bust the door open, but we scratched when we needed to always stay ahead in that game and let our defense play a little bit freer as the game went on because of those offensive just like little innings at a time.
You mentioned Marissa Thomas in the circle. Her battery mate was Mackenzie Young behind the plate, called a good game and had a great day at the plate.
Yeah, Mac, she's really taken a liking to looking at our charts. So she spends a lot of time looking and prepping for batters, and then she goes with Marissa on that, and they, their job at that point is to execute that game plan. So they go into it knowing what they want to do and then how they're going to execute that, and then always having a plan B in their pocket if something's not going the way they want it to. But those two working together has just been really fun to see, just their personalities mesh together in that battery. So.
All right, you have Edwardsville here today. You lost to them twice pretty bad, 18-0 and 10-0. How do you, and coaches always say, we just got to forget about those, put them behind us and move on. How does that happen?
Yeah, I think that is 100% the statement that we're trying to make as well, but not so much just that we're forgetting about those games, but what did we learn when we were in those games, and then going into postseason and really any game is like, you just got to beat them for 7 innings. So regardless of the innings that they put up against us in the regular season, this postseason, that's what we're focusing on, is how do we beat them one pitch at a time that ultimately is going to come together for 7 innings for us.
They are here because they beat Quincy 1-0, and I don't know if you know much about Quincy. I know that I don't. Record-wise, they didn't look like that formidable of a challenge, but outside of this area, Quincy's held in very high regard, so that was a good win for Edwardsville.
Yeah, I think, in our Southwestern Conference, we kind of know what to expect of each other because you know all of the names around each other and you've seen them kind of grow up versus Quincy. None of us really had a ton of background on them. We were supposed to play them last week and got rained out. Would have been our opportunity to see them, but again, it's just that you got to go beat them for 7 innings. Regardless of what you know about them, you got to execute in the moment. And so, yeah, close ball game for them, and 1-0 led them to here.
All right, final question. What do you want to see out of your girls out there this afternoon?
Again, team, just everything team, and figuring out how do those individual pieces come together to make up what our team is going to put on the field today. So,
thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is Jessica Schmidtling, your Collinsville Lady Kahok head coach, and just like Wednesday's baseball game, we're going to get started a little early, so we are coming right into starting lineups. They've already been introduced here. National anthem has been played. Collinsville will send out Lexi Rafalowski to lead things off. She'll play center field. Mackenzie Young batting second and doing the catching. Riley Anderton batting third and playing shortstop. Maya Clark hitting in the cleanup spot today, playing second base, batting fourth. Brianna Wellen is playing third base and batting fifth. Holding down the duties at first base is Alex Jakic. She will be batting sixth. Katie Bardwell batting seventh and playing right field. Maddie Harris batting eighth and playing left field. And Emma Hilton is the designated player today, batting ninth and will be batting for the pitcher, Marissa Thomas. As we get going here, that'll send up Lexi Rafalowski to the plate. Rafalowski, 370 on the year, 6 runs batted in, leads the team in stolen bases with 32, only caught one time so far this year. As Riley Owens is in the circle, same 2 pitchers that pitched here Tuesday in their team's wins will be in the circles here, and Marissa Thomas and Riley Owens, and we are underway with a strike to Lexi Rafalowski. We'll give you the numbers here on Riley Owens in just a moment as she makes the 1-0. Failed bunt attempt by Rafalowski. Owens on the year, this is her 19th game. All of them have been starts, so her 19th start, 13 complete games on the year. She comes in with a 15-1 record. 19 runs, only half of those have been earned, so her earned run average is just half a run per game. And Owens has struck out 132 while only walking 14. There's a little swing and miss by Rafalowski, and she's down on strikes, and that's the way this one gets started.
Catcher, number 26, Mackenzie Young.
On the other microphone, Chris Keller. He's got double duty doing the Game Changer feed as well as hanging out here with us. How you doing, Chris?
Oh, doing good. Owens did a good job keeping those balls away from Rafalowski. She's looking to bunt. Keoks like to get that leadoff hitter on.
There's Mackenzie Young batting .453 on the year. Couple of home runs, 21 runs batted in. She'll looks at one, and that one hits the inside corner for a called strike. Defensively for Edwardsville, Jillian Hawks is in left field. Zoe Boyd in center. Emily Wolf is in right field. Brooke Tolles at third base. Avery Hamilton at shortstop. Tatum Van Ryswick is at second base. Sid Lawrence is at first base. We told you about Riley Owens in the pitcher circle, and Lexi Griffin is behind the plate doing the catching here this afternoon. And so far, nothing out of the strike zone from Owens. 3 straight strikes on Rafalowski. There's another strike, but that one's fouled, so remains 0-2 to the Kahok catcher, Mackenzie Young.
Second pitch, bottom really dropped out on that one. Young couldn't do anything with it. That one comes inside a bit, but she fights it off.
So you see the little spider-like contraption on the backstop here. That's one of the camera feeds they're using here up in the booth. Wish we could tap into that thing. And there's a strike called, and down on strikes is Young. Back-to-back strikeouts to start this game off for Riley Owens. So it's up to Briley Anderton to get anything going here for Collinsville in the top half of the first inning. We're just glad we're on the YouTube channel. For years and years, we haven't been able to do games out here on the YouTube channel because of interference with something which we now might think was either the camera or the video capture device that we had to use to plug the camera into the laptop. So now that we've got the webcam here, it's just a webcam right into the laptop, and I think that bypassed all of our problems. So we're happy that everything's on and running the correct way here. There's Briley Anderton. Anderton on the year batting .568. She leads the team in that category as well as the RBI department with 46, and also leads in home runs with 12, and that's the first pitch that's called a ball here so far today. 1-1.
I believe her 12th home run tied the single season record, so she's looking to break that here.
Yeah, trying to better Cassidy Smith. And a 1-1 pitch comes from Owens, swinging a shot down third base, but that's foul as well. So far, the only contact that has been made has been foul down the third baseline. Lots of purple here to our left, lots of orange here to our, or excuse me, opposite way. Orange to the left, purple to the right. Flag blowing from left field to right field out in center. 205 to straightaway center field, 200 down each line here at the District 7 softball complex. There's a pop-up. It's going to be in foul territory on the run as the left fielder Hawks, and she couldn't get there in time. That ball stayed up there for a while, but was just a little bit too far out of the reach of Hawks. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Anderton.
Owens kind of hung one there, and she didn't pay for it there. Anderton just out in front of it just a little bit. Could have sent that one for a long drive.
These two teams met twice this year, and Collinsville has yet to score a run against Edwardsville, being outscored 28-0 in the two games. One a 18-0 loss and the other one a 10-0 loss. That one misses high and outside. 2-2 to Briley Anderton, the Kahok shortstop. Owens ready with another. Here it comes. Swinging another shot foul down third base. Cloudy, gray, overcast day. This particular system's been hanging out here for about 4 days now. It's trying to spin its way out. I understand we might see the sun right before sunset. About 63 degrees when I pulled up here this afternoon. Owens ready with another 2-2 pitch to Anderton. Here it is. He reached for it, popped it up. This one's catchable in foul territory, and it's handled by Lexi Griffin behind the plate, and that's the way that the inning comes to a close here in the top of the first. We will head now to the bottom of the first inning, and Edwardsville will get their first crack at the bat. We'll tell you all about it next on the Kahok Sports Network. Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman, and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say the usual. So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Todd Duke, Chris Kettler back with you from the District 7 Sports Complex here at Edwardsville. Collinsville, nothing doing in the top of the first inning, so here we are in the bottom half, the home half, and here's the lineup that Edwardsville will trot out. You'll see Riley Owens, the pitcher, leading things off, followed by Avery Hamilton, the shortstop. Jillian Lane, the designated player, will be batting for Brooke Toll, the third baseman. Emily Wolf bats in the cleanup spot and plays right field. Sid Lawrence is at first base batting fifth. Lexi Griffin behind the plate batting sixth. Tatum Van Reiswick is playing second base and batting seventh. Jillian Hawks in left field bats eighth. And Zoe Boyd in center field bats ninth for Edwardsville. First batter to come up is Riley Owens. Owens on the year batting .327, 12 runs batted in. Stands in from the left side, and she faces Marissa Thomas, and there's one outside for ball one. Thomas on the year appearing in her 28th game. This is her 21st start. And as I told you in the pregame show, 8th complete game with that complete game win against Alton on Tuesday as she readies with a 1-0, and that one's strike. 1-1. 76 earned run on the year for Marissa Thomas, a earned run average of 4.72. Marissa has struck out 68 while allowing 40 walks. And Thomas, righty ready with an X. Swinging a shot up the middle. That's a base hit, a one-hopper to Lexi Rafalowski, and Edwardsville starts off by getting a base hit with their first batter.
Avery Hamilton.
The line drive up the center there. Edwardsville put balls in play early and often when the teams played in Collins or earlier in the year, and it was 5-0 at a flash.
Yeah, sure was. Here is Avery Hamilton. Hamilton swings at the first pitch. It's a looping fly ball out to Maddie Harris. And there's one away, and Owens has to go back to first. So one out, and that'll bring up Jillian Lane, the designated player here this afternoon. Lane batting .438, 26 runs batted in, 3 home runs. We'll set the Kahok offense here after this first pitch to Lane. I was going to do that with Hamilton, but she swung at the first pitch. This one's outside. Collinsville, Maddie Harris in left field, Lexi Rafalowski in center. Katie Bardwell is in right field. Bree Wellen is at third base. Briley Anderton at short. Maya Clark at second base. Alex Jakic at first. We told you about Marissa Thomas in the circle. And Mackenzie Young behind the plate doing the catching. There's a bunt down the third base line. It's perfect. Wellen can't do anything with it. She just eats it up, and probably a wise thing she did. And that puts runners on first and second for Edwardsville.
Kahok didn't see that coming. You would think Wellen would be taking a few steps in, protecting against the bunt. but it's an easy hit.
That will bring up Emily Wolf, the right fielder. Emily on the year, batting .439, 33 runs batted in with 3 home runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on this team batting .400 or better. Strike in there to Wolf. Sid Lawrence waits on deck. Runners at first and second. Lane is at first. Owens is at second. Thomas ready with the 0-1. Here it is. A squared around bunt look there by Wolf, but she pulled it back. She'll dig back in. Thomas from the circle. Ready with a 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. Bunt. Another bunt in the same exact spot. Nothing anyone can do with it. And the bases are loaded for Edwardsville.
Almost even better bunt. Really died off the bat there. Just slowly rolled, but it wasn't going to go foul enough. Tigers get the bases loaded.
Back-to-back bunt, base hits. Follows a Riley Owens traditional line drive base hit into center field. And here is Sid Lawrence, the first baseman, batting a robust .444 on the year. 27 runs batted in, 3 home runs. As Thomas brings the first pitch to her. Outside, but it hits the corner. Strike one. Base is already full of Tigers.
If you're going to get that corner, I'd like to see her paint that all day, especially to the left-hand batters.
Yeah. Thomas ready with another pitch. It's on the way. Swinging a foul ball. This one's going to hit the just over the fence into the Tigers dugout. Collinsville here in their purple trousers, white jerseys. Kahok's written the front of their jerseys, all outlined in purple, so the numbers almost look white. Edwardsville, they're here in their all black, little orange trim. Tigers across the fronts of their jerseys in orange. Their numbers are in white on the front, orange on the back. Thomas ready with the 0-2. Here it is, swinging a little pop fly. This one's going to fall down right behind second base. 1 run's going to score, and everybody's going to move up a bag, and the Tigers lead 1-0.
John Rafalowski getting in there from center field to back that up. Hold the Tigers to the 1 run.
4 base hits in the inning now. Now Lane over at third. Wolf is on at second. Lawrence is on at first. And Edwardsville leads 1-0, and here is Lexi Griffin, the catcher. Lexi comes in batting .348, couple of home runs and 22 runs batted in. Got an opportunity to add to that total. Down the third base line, but foul. Started off in fair territory, but then took a turn to the left. Bases full of Tigers. Rafalowski playing right about in the middle between the wall and second base. As the next pitch comes into Lawrence, swinging a foul back to the screen, so 0-2. Strikeout would be huge here. Hard to strike out this group, though. Offensively, they've only struck out 87 times all year. That's 2.8 per game. Collinsville, on the other side of that, has 178 strikeouts, 6.1 per game. Next pitch on the way, swinging a bouncing ball to Anderton. Here is a throw to third for 1, and that's all they're going to get. Run's going to score. And Edwardsville leads 2-0.
Number 14, Tatum Van Rijswijk.
Good choice there. You're not going to get the out at home. Wellen covers there at third base. Chaos get the out for the lead runner after the run scores, though.
So 6-5 on the putout and the fielder's choice. Runners at first and second for Tatum Van Rijswijk. And Tatum on the year. Leads her team in stolen bases. 13 stolen bases, caught only twice. .437 is her batting average. 24 runs batted in on the strength of 3 home runs and a swing and a foul ball that stays at home plate and then it rolls away. 2-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Bottom of the first, 2 away. Third base is open. We'll see if Edwardsville wants to do any running. On the year, Edwardsville has stolen 61, caught only 3 times. There's a shot up the middle. That's going to get through. They're going to hold up the runner at third base, and everybody's going to be safe again. And
Left field, number
for
19,
the second time,
Edwardsville
has the bases loaded. And here is the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Jillian Hawks.
Lawrence probably could have scored on that from Edwardsville. Rafalowski did a good job backing up, but didn't field it cleanly.
So bases are loaded once again, and up to the plate is Hawks, and she takes a strike. Hawks on the year a .294 batter, 1 home run, 5 runs batted in. She stands in from the right side, looking to do some more damage. Here's the pitch, and this is high and outside, 1-1.
Lift her hand kind of weird there, and Young had to get up to make sure that ball didn't get past her and go to the screen.
Be nice to get out of this inning with just the 2 runs scored. Here's the next pitch. A little high, ball 2, 2-1, because it feels like the base has been loaded since the bottom of the first began.
Edwardsville played the small ball, put the bunts in play, and Kahawks couldn't do the things they needed to field it.
2-1 pitch, hits the outside corner, 2-2. Strikeout would be big here. Thomas looks into Young. Has her sign and brings it home. And offering, and they're going to talk to the umpire that's behind shortstop to see if he had a better view of it, and I know he didn't. And that's a full count. Boy, I tell you what, that was a tough luck pitch there. Payoff pitch on the way from Thomas. And it's inside, gets back to the fence. Everybody's going to move up anyway, so wouldn't have mattered. And it's a RBI walk
13,
to
Zoe
Juliet
Boyd.
Hawks.
No, that umpire in the shortstop area is going to see that one. They had 3 umpires for baseball the other day, but we don't get it here for a softball game, and umpires are going to have some kind of discussion with each other.
So 3-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Bases loaded. And here is Zoe Boyd. Boyd.
Nope, they call him back there.
Are they? What happened?
It's ball 4.
Ball, he's got the count as 3-2, but the run scores. My understanding.
Okay. So, where's the runner at first? Oh, I don't.
Everybody moved up
Okay,
on the
everybody
ball.
moved
The
up.
ball
I
got
gotcha.
past the catcher,
I got you.
and they're saying that wasn't ball 4, even though I had it as ball 4.
Yeah, I did too. All right. Swing and a miss by Zoe Boyd. No? Jillian Hawks still? Okay, so a strikeout?
Yes.
I'm very confused. I am very confused, but it's 3-0 in favor of Edwardsville. That part I'm not confused about. And we will go to the top of the second inning, and that is going to be our score. We'll be right back to try to figure all this out in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
All right, we're no longer confused. It was not ball 4 to Hawks. It was a wild pitch that scored the 3rd run. And then Hawks struck out. So now we're up to date. Here is Maya Clark swinging a miss on the first offering to the Kahawk second baseman. Maya comes in batting .259, 1 home run, 13 runs batted in. Edwardsville already leading 3-0 here in the top of the second. And the next pitch, another swing and a miss, and Clark is quickly in an 0-2 hole.
Owen's doing a good job getting ahead of these Kahok batters.
She has that capability, that's for sure. 0-2 pitch on the way. A foul ball keeps Clark at the plate.
It's really all they've been able to do so far to make any contact, but fouling them off.
4, 5, and 6 hitters here for Collinsville in the top of the second. Clark, Wellen, and Jakic. If anyone can get on, Katie Bardwell with a chance to bat. Owens ready with another 0-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swinging another foul ball. This one's out of play as Clark was reaching for that outside pitch.
First outside pitch one of the Cahoks have been able to do anything with.
Like I said, she doesn't walk many. 14 walks all year long. That's in a 111 innings. So she doesn't give up a free pass very often, that's for sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Maya Clark. Here comes the next pitch. Swinging another foul ball. This one was in on the hands of Clark. Jammed it down the third base side. Owens ready with another. Here it comes. Swinging a bouncing ball that ends up foul again. Clark got halfway down the first, and Burketoll made a play for it over at third, but also stopped her momentum after she realized it went across the line. So another 1-2 pitch coming from Owens. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one. That was definitely wonky. Down on strikes goes Clark. Third strikeout of the afternoon for Owens, and here comes Brianna Wellen. Bree on the year is batting .405, 25 runs batted in, 2 home runs. Swing and a miss. One up there hacking. Owens back in the circle. Wellen, the righty, ready for an 0-1. A foul ball at home plate. Bounced off the dirt, hit her in the ankle, but she's okay. Of course, the seniors graduated last week, so all the graduates are still playing, and this one is going from being a Kahok to a Hawk at Quincy University. Next pitch, a foul on an check swing. Just got the barrel of the bat over the plate. Yeah. Short enough to bounce that one off the bat.
Owens really busting her inside there, and Wellen didn't have to take the bat off the shoulder too much for that one to be a foul ball.
There's the 0-2. Outside. Ball 1.
What's that call? Thomas has got a few of those for the Cahoks. Umpire ain't going to give that one to Owens this time.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a foul ball. Brianna Wellen doing a good job staying alive up there and making Owens work.
Protects on that outside pitch that time.
Got a lot of the baseball players here in attendance. Their season, of course, came to an end on Wednesday on a tough 4-3 loss to Belleville East. 25-minute rain delay in the middle of the game, and right then the last out was made. The skies opened up again. Here's a little blooper. The shortstop Avery Hamilton handles, and there are 2 away.
Playing first base, number 79, Alex Jakic.
More fun came after we left there, and West and O'Fallon played 15 innings.
15-inning bar burner. They got started. We were supposed to start that game at 5:30. Didn't get started until 7 o'clock. Here is Alex Jakic. Alex from the left side, batting .388 on the year. 10 runs batted in, 1 home run. She looks at one out of the strike zone, and it's a rare time when you see Owens fall behind to a batter, even if it is just 1-0.
I don't think that's happened yet.
Yeah.
First of the 6
Jakic, a slow roller. Third baseman lets it go, and Hamilton, the shortstop, picks it up and in time for out number 3, and that is the way that the bottom half of the second inning comes to a close for Collinsville. We head now to the home half of the second inning, and the Tigers already have 3 runs. They're going to see if they can tack on some more when we come back from this break on the Kahok Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups, and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Zoe Boyd, the only Lady Tiger that did not bat in that first inning, will lead things off here in the second. Hey, congratulations to Kahok sophomore KJ Thorpes-Watt. He has qualified for finals in the high jump. That information coming from our buddy Zach Roseman, who's paying attention to the boys' track and field sectionals today. And the first pitch to Boyd is in there for a strike. And Zoe on the year batting .397, 18 runs batted in, 1 home run.
KJ doing that track meet up at Eastern Illinois in Charleston where we were earlier for football game.
That one's down the line and just at the line. Nicely done there by Katie Bardwell. She had a ways to go and got there just in time to haul in that ball. 1 out here in this second inning.
Ball off Boyd's bat, slicing foul. Bardwell was able to cover that ground, get there.
1 away, back to the top of the order for Riley Owens, who singled and scored her first time up. She stands in from the left side. And the first pitch to her is on the outside corner for a called strike. Of course, as everybody knows, has been following softball for a while. Edwardsville has owned the Kahawks in the world of softball. As the 0-1 pitch is on the way, swinging a fly ball. Lexi Rafalowski has to go backwards, over her head, all the way up against the wall. And Owens is on her way to third base, and the throw is not in time as she slides in with a triple with 1 out.
Rafalowski saw it, just couldn't get back far enough to get it.
That's the worst I've seen Rafalowski react to a hit ball all year long.
And then quite a motor there on.
Oh, yeah.
On the runner, on the batter there, Rafalowski got it ball clean and she still made it to third base.
There is Avery Hamilton, who flew out to Maddie Harris in left field her first time up, as Thomas pitches, and that one is inside. Edwardsville has a 35-9 record versus Collinsville since the 2000 season, and a 2-1 postseason record as well. As
number 5, Avery
Shaw comes in to run for Owens at third base. From 2005 to 2019, that's a 15-year period, Edwardsville won 29 regular season games straight against Collinsville. But also during that time, Collinsville picked up that only playoff win. And there's a shot right off of the glove of Thomas over to second baseman Maya Clark, who throws to first. So the play is going to go 1-4-3 on the putout.
Thomas sticking her glove out there actually helped it out because went to Clark's position there to get the out. Run scores.
And run does score, make it 4-0. Bases are empty, 2 outs. And that will bring up Jillian Lane, the designated player who had a bunt single her first time up and then came around to score in that 3-run first inning. Thomas pitches. And that's a strike. That was a 3-2 upset win, by the way, in the 2011 regional championship game. That was the last regional championship that Collinsville has won. Swinging a shot down the third base side. That one is going to go right into the glove of Maddie Harris just before she got to the line. So a run does come across, but Collinsville played some stellar defense there in that inning. So that helps keep this the 1 run in the inning, and we will now head to the top of the third. 4-0. Tigers tack one on and lead the Kahawks by that score, and we'll be back to tell you all about the next half inning in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahawk Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Katie Bardwell leads things off here in the top of the third inning for Collinsville. Kahawks trail 4-0. Bardwell swings at the first pitch she sees and swings right through it. Bardwell coming into this game batting .229, 1 home run, 13 runs batted in. Her 1 home run was a grand slam earlier in the year. And the pitch from Owens, another swing and a miss by Bardwell, and the Kahawks sophomore right fielder down in an 0-2 hole, made a nice play out there in right field in the last half inning. Owens working quickly, ready with the 0-2. Here it comes. And she offered it that one. Umpire is not going to bother to check down the first base line for that. And that will bring up Maddie Harris. That is the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Owens. Harris comes into this game batting .225, 1 home run herself, and 10 runs batted in, and a swing and a miss by her on the first offering from Owens. Has got her fastball working, got the off-speed pitch working.
Yeah, she's hitting all kinds of different locations, really leaving the Kahawks on their toes.
Next delivery, swing and a miss. And quickly in an 0-2 hole is Maddie Harris. Number 9 hitter, Emma Hilton, the designated player, waits on deck. If anyone can get on, Rafalowski and back to the top of the order. Next pitch from Owens, and that one's outside. Despite a nice job trying to frame that pitch by Alexi Griffin, ball stayed outside. Owens ready with the 1-2. Here it comes. Swinging a foul ball that stays at home plate. Told you the last regional championship came in 2011, only 1 of 3 in the program's history for Collinsville. Edwardsville High School looking for their 20th regional championship. That one just misses the outside corner.
It just missed. That was a good pitch.
Yeah, it was. 5-time sectional champs, 2 times to state. Edwardsville has been 3rd in 2007, 2nd in 2009. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Maddie Harris.
DP number 1.
2 away. And here comes Emma Hilton. 5th strikeout already for Owens. Emma Hilton on the year, .234. 1 run batted in. She didn't get used regularly until just a few weeks ago, so she doesn't have as many plate appearances as the rest of her teammates. Stands in from the left side. Got that one off the end of the bat, but foul. Lots of success for this Edwardsville's Lady Tigers softball program, that's for sure, and most of it has all come under Lori Blade. Just a Hall of Famer, still doing her thing. There's a swing and a little shot. The second baseman, Van Rijswijk, was playing next to the pitcher's circle, so that one ended up being an easy out, and that was a fast inning, and we now head to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Nothing doing for Collinsville in their half, and Edwardsville will be coming up next after a timeout here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite.
Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Emily Wolf swings through a first pitch off-speed delivery from Marissa Thomas. 0-1 the count. Next pitch on the way, and a shot to Jakic at first base. And she'll step on the bag herself. Wolf reached on a single but was thrown out at third base later in that inning in that 3-run first.
All the Kahok defensive players out there getting some work. All the outfielders last inning, and now this one, hard ball to Jakic at first.
Here is Sid Lawrence, first baseman. Reached on a single, came around to score on a wild pitch. That was an RBI single, by the way, in that first inning. So 1 for 1 for the Tigers' first baseman, and she looks at one on the corner for a called strike 1.
And she seems to keep getting that corner from against left-handed batters.
Too bad she can't bust it in on the right-handed batters, eh? Thomas ready with another to Lawrence. This one's on the outside corner as well.
Goes right back to it.
Yeah. Why not? If it works the first time, go back to it. Thomas ready with another delivery to Sid Lawrence. Here it comes. Swinging a fly ball out to Maddie Harris, and Maddie is in the right spot once again. That's her third putout out in left field this afternoon.
21, Lexi Griffin.
And there are 2 away quickly. And here is Lexi Griffin. Reached on an RBI fielder's choice her first time up and was stranded at third base. Back in that 3-run third inning. Edwardsville has scored 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and so far nothing here in the third. Collinsville would like to keep it that way. Thomas pitches, swinging a shot up the middle. That's a base hit. And Griffin picks up the 7th base hit on the afternoon for Edwardsville.
Griffin is number 2, Grace Blakemore.
Grace Blakemore.
Number 14, Tatum Van Rijswijk.
Grace Blakemore will be the courtesy runner at first base. She ended up scoring the winning and only run Tuesday afternoon against Quincy. The bottom of the 7th inning. And here is Tatum Van Rijswijk. Second baseman singled her first time up and was also stranded. And the pitch, swinging a foul ball. Stays at home plate.
Quincy must have got a heck of a pitching performance there. Just couldn't find any runs there off of Tigers.
Alex Fox, the athletic director out here, says he's on the road to Bloomington listening to us. So
a soccer game, I imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine they're playing normal community tonight.
Shocking upset Tuesday at Collinsville.
5 o'clock. That soccer game is supposed to get underway. Yeah, the shocking 1-0 upset over O'Fallon at Collinsville High School. When you texted me that, I was like, wow, really? 1-1 the count to Van Rijswijk. Here's the pitch. Up high. Ball 2, 2-1.
We've been there at that field in Normal. It's
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. You're right. It's like playing in a pasture.
Somehow they always get sectionals and super sectionals.
I know. There's a little tapper back to the mound. Over to first base is Thomas to Jakic, and despite the hit by Griffith, Collinsville is rolling right along here. No runs allowed in that inning. And we will now head to the top of the 4th. Collinsville looking to get the offense going on here, and we'll hope that they get to do that as the 4th inning rolls your way next here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back to the top of the order here for the Kahawks, and Alexi Rafalowski, who was a strikeout victim her first time up, as the infield moves in for the possible bunt. And that one hits the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to the Kahawk center fielder, Alexi Rafalowski.
Kahok still looking for their first base runner, first hit.
Yeah, they are. 1, 2, 3 innings thus far.
Oh, she's down 0-2, so that might take the bunt off.
Yeah. They'll back up a little bit, will the infielders. Still sneaking in just a bit as Owens pitches. And a little tapper back to the pitching mound. Owens throws over in time for out number 1.
That one was coming way in on Rafalowski and just had to turn her body and her bat and ball made contact with it.
So just a little 1-3 put out, and that'll bring up Mackenzie Young, a strikeout victim her first time up as well. She was caught looking at that called third strike. She'd like to get something to hit here. Swing and a miss. Swung right over the top of it. That was a low fastball. Owens ready with a 1-0. Or excuse me, that's an 0-1. Wrong side. That one's low, 1-1. Flag out in center field's kind of died down a little bit, not as much of a wind as we had earlier. That one's high and tight. Ball 2, 2-1 the count. To Mackenzie Young.
(2-1) despite what the scoreboard says.
Yeah. I was paying attention to the umpire. There's one down low, and that's 3-1. Did he just pop up 2-1? Yeah, home plate umpire had it at 2-1, so now he thinks that it's because Mackenzie Young was playing. She was looking at the scoreboard that had it at 3-0 when it was really 2-1. So the home plate umpire, I was going to say he's going to go out and check with his other umpiring buddy, and he had it on his counter as 2-1. So now it's 3-1.
Don't know why I would take that if he signaled the pitch before that it was 2-1.
I think he just signaled it. He didn't say it out loud, so Mackenzie had no idea.
Right, but why does he need to talk to the other umpire when he?
Yeah, I know. That's what I hear you. All right, 3-1 pitch. Outside. There's our first base runner of the day for Collinsville.
Take it.
Yeah, I said it. That's only the 15th walk in, 14 innings now we're up to for Owens. First base runner of the afternoon for Collinsville. And here is Briley Anderton with a chance with one out here in the top of the 4th. Owens looks into Griffin, has her sign, brings it home, and it's a little bit low. Owens struggling a little bit here in the 4th. Remember, she did pitch a complete game Tuesday, as did Marissa Thomas. But that was, 3 days ago? 2 days off in between?
Yeah, that's plenty of rest time for these softball players. They can pitch several games in a weekend. A few days off is good enough.
Yep, Collinsville only had 4 pitchers on their stat sheet, and 2 of those only pitched to a couple of batters.
Yeah, Wellen pitched to 2 East St. Louis batters and couldn't get an out.
Swing and a miss by Anderton as Owens found the strike zone, so to speak, because Anderton swung at it. 1-1 the count, 1 out, runner on at first base for Collinsville. 4-0 Tigers, top of the 4th inning. Owens ready with another. Here it comes. Swinging a shot down the third base line, but foul.
I believe Harris did a little pitching early.
Was it Harris? I didn't put him on there because I knew they weren't going to pitch, so I didn't put him on there.
Yeah,
takes up too much room on my sheet.
Whalen pitched 2 batters East St. Louis game and didn't get an out.
Yeah,
so that's her only
I think
stats.
you're right, yeah. And a throw down to first base and back in safely is Mackenzie Young. She almost got caught napping. 2-2 the count now to Anderton.
Young going a little too far out the bag there. I don't know if she thought the ball was get past the catcher.
Mackenzie has 12 steals herself. She's second to the 32 by Rafalowski. There's a shot to the shortstop. Hamilton underhands over to second for 1. In time at first for 2. Double play to end the inning. And Collinsville's only base runner gets caught up in a double play. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Nothing's changed in the scorebook as the Tigers still lead this one by a score of 4-0.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune.
Jillian Hawks with a little Eminem walk-up music. We'll lead things off here as we have reached the bottom half of the fourth inning. It'll be the bottom of the order. Jillian Hawks, Zoe Boyd, and then back to the top of the order, and Riley Owens. 4-0 Edwardsville here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Thomas pitches and taken inside by Hawks, who was a strikeout victim her last time up. After we thought she walked, it was later changed, and she ended up striking out on the next pitch, and we were confused, but we got over it. Pitch, swing and a miss, 1-1.
Thomas really settled down last inning. Didn't allow any runs. Like to keep it going here.
Thomas brings home another one, and a little nubber down to second base. Maya Clark underhands to Jakic over at first, one away.
13, Zoe Boyd.
Lots of balls in play, some ground balls Kahawks have made the play, and also some fly balls that outfielders made the plays. It's not all Thomas out there by herself.
Look how far that's behind. Always monitor the game on my phone. It's still showing the Times-Tribune commercial right now as we're already underway. It's a little behind. There's a strike on the outside corner to Zoe Boyd, who flew out to Katie Bardwell her first time up out in right field. Thomas ready with the next delivery. Here it comes. And that's high and outside, 1-1. Of course, I think there's a big hockey game in town tonight. Somebody told me that. Boy, oh boy, that was a big comeback Wednesday night. We were playing Washers, listening to that on the radio.
Oh, wow. That got crazy, huh?
Yeah, it did. Here's the 1-1 outside. I actually thought after we went down 2-0 that game was over. I really thought so when we were down 3-0. Glad I wasn't watching it. It was Washer night for us, Washer League at the Caseyville VFW, so we were listening to it on the radio, and we were all shocked and surprised and elated when they came back and won. We'll see what tonight has in store. It's another must-win for the Blues. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Boyd, and she swings at the ball outside and hits it that way, and out of play it goes. Off the top of the first base dugout, occupied by Collinsville here today. 2-2 the count to the number 9 hitter, Zoe Boyd. Zoe applied the bunt that got the winning run home Tuesday night in that 1-0 win against Quincy. She swings it one high and hits it high and deep. Back is Bardwell. That's off the base of the fence. Bardwell picks it up, throws it in, and on at third base with a triple is Zoe Boyd.
Good solid contact there. The Tigers really hadn't driven the ball that wasn't right to a batter other than the one to Rafalowski there, and Boyd does a good job driving that one. Heck of a hit from the 9 batter.
You ain't kidding it. She swung at a pitch up high and hit it deep. That hit the base of the fence on the fly. Back to the top of the order here is Riley Owens. The pitcher is 2 for 2 on the afternoon with 2 runs scored on a single and a triple. And this pitch misses outside. 1-0.
Yeah, this is the other triple. Owens had that motor that Rafalowski got to the ball quickly, but She was able to motor around.
There's one that's low and outside. Snap throw down to third base, and diving back in there is Boyd.
Coach is saying to her, don't wander that far off.
Riley Owens is a tall, skinny girl batting from the left side. She gets those long legs moving. She can motor. Here's the 2-0. Right down the middle, and a shot to Rafalowski. It's over her head and up against the wall. Owens already heading into second base. She's going to be stopped there this time. So Riley Owens is one home run away from hitting for the cycle here this afternoon.
That one, Rafalowski knew she wasn't going to get to it, so she tended back to the wall quicker. Held her to a double that time, but yeah, now she's home run away from the cycle.
Avery Hamilton.
So here is Avery Hamilton. (5-0) in favor of Edwardsville. Courtesy runner once again is Avery Shaw. Last time Owens batted, she was courtesy ran for as well. And here is Avery Hamilton, who is 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. The ground out was off Marissa Thomas's glove to Clark at second base, so it was a 1-4-3 put out. One away, bottom of the fourth, another run already home, 5-0 in favor of Edwardsville. Thomas ready with another pitch to Hamilton. Swinging a long fly ball. Maddie Harris on the run. That one's going to bounce up against the wall. Coming around to score is the courtesy runner Shaw, and back-to-back doubles. Put the Tigers up by a score of 6-0.
Got Harris playing more towards the line. So it was in that gap there. One bounce to the wall, easy double.
That'll bring up Jillian Lane. Lane had a bunt single and came around to score in that first inning and then flew out to Maddie Harris in the second inning as Coach Beth Ann Schneider is out of the dugout to talk things over with her infielders. And we'll hope the conversation yields a couple of outs here.
Yeah, last inning was a real good one for Thomas. Not allowing any runs here. Now Edwardsville piecing some big hits together now. They're really driving the ball. They got their 3 in the first with the small ball.
Yeah. 3 bunt hits. Everything else was a single. Of course, 1 run came home on a wild pitch. So far here in this inning, Hawks started off with a ground out, and since then, a triple, a double, and a double. So conversation's over. Jillian Lane digs in from the left side. Thomas is ready. Runner at second base. 1 out. Pitch hits the outside corner. Called strike 1. Thomas ready with the next. Here it comes. Swinging a foul ball that stays at home plate. 0-2. Cardinals playing tonight too. Second game of a 4-game set with the Brewers. Cards lost last night 4-3. Thomas ready with an 0-2 pitch. Outside. 1-2. Cardinals are looking every bit like a 500 club. Hovering around there, right around 2-3 games over, and then they'll lose a couple, win a couple. They'll figure it out. Weather needs to heat up. Pitch outside, didn't get that corner that time. That was close, 2-2.
Actually, they seemed to do real well when we had that heat wave, a little middle mini heat wave. Cardinals are playing some good ball then, and now not so much.
I always think baseball should be played in the heat. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That stays a little high, 3-2. Last couple of pitches have been right there. Could have went either way, but they didn't go the way that Marissa Thomas would have hoped.
Let's hope she doesn't make a mistake here now.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Over her head, back to the screen. Runner's going to go to third, and it'll be first and third. On
Number 11,
walk
Emily Wolf, right field.
and a wild pitch. Still only one out, and here is Emily Wolf. Emily had one of those bunt singles in the first, and then grounded out to Jakic unassisted in the third. Thomas is ready, and the pitch on the way. That one's on the outside corner, and there's a throw down to third. Meanwhile, Lane took off running down to second.
She stole the base, but Young took her throw down to third to protect against the run coming home.
So take a runner away from first, and Anderton with a diving stop from her knees. She throws, and it's not going to be in time. Nice try.
Does protect from one run.
Yeah.
First base, number 15.
Dix Lane coming in from second around to third there, but not able to get the out on Wolf.
Infield base hit. That scores Hamilton. Lane goes down to third. First and third, still one out. And it's now 7-0 in favor of Edwardsville. And here is Sid Lawrence. Singled and scored in the first, knocked in a run as well. And then flew out to Harris in left field in her last at bat. There's another stolen base, this one by Wolf. So now runners at second and third.
Tigers having no problem moving the runners up that extra base last couple.
Swinging a shot through the right side. That's going to score one, and the throw is going to come home, and they're going to hold the runner at third base. So an RBI hit by Sid Lawrence has made it 8-0. And again, runners on the corners.
Lawrence, good job pulling the ball there. Not much Clark could do to get to it, as it gets through the infield real quickly.
12th hit on the afternoon for Edwardsville. And now the Tigers are up 8-0. Swing and a miss, and a throw down to second, but nobody's there. That's going to bring a run home. Riley Anderton started to go to second, and then she stopped, and then she realized that Mackenzie Young was throwing the ball and tried to continue to second base, but she was too late.
Well, before Young threw it down to third to try to protect that, and see, Anderton was expecting her to go down there.
So now a runner at second on the error by Young. And here is Lexi Griffin outside. Lexi reached on a fielder's choice RBI in the first and singled in the third. Both times she was stranded on base. 2-1 the count, one out. We're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 9-0 in favor of Edwardsville. There's a shot down the line. That one is on the line, up against the wall. On her way to second base with a double is going to be Lexi Griffin.
That ball landed right on the line.
Right on it. You saw the chalk pop up.
Just about 2 feet from the fair foul pole, and that puts the Tigers up 10, and the Canucks are going to have to score at least at the next inning.
Yeah, they are. Gotten to that point where it's going to be a mercy rule kind of thing. If Collinsville can't score some runs in the top of the fifth, this game will be over right now. Collinsville, all they would need would be one, but if any more runs come across, that's going to be problematic as Tatum Van Rijswijk becomes the 9th batter to bat here in this inning.
Canucks still need to get 2 outs to get out of this inning.
They do. And Tatum has singled and grounded out in this game. Not a traditional double play by any means out there to be had right now, so it would have to be one of those line drive, catch the runner off base kind of double plays. Here's the 1-0. Strike called, 1-1. 10-0. 12 hits. For Edwardsville. And here's the pitch to Van Rijswijk. It's a single. This one through the left side between short and third. Doesn't score a run, but the runner's going to go all the way down to first base on the throw-in.
She just keeps going there to second on the throw.
Into bat, number 18, Charlie Hayes.
All right, got a pinch batter. Charlie Hayes.
18.
Yep, batting .238 on the year with a couple of runs batted in. That one's inside. I was off in my count on the hits. That is the 14th hit now. Van Rijswijk's hit was a 14th in this game for Edwardsville. So Hawks, while she was in there, struck out and grounded out. That's who Hayes is batting for. And it's a 1-1 count to the Tigers' pinch batter.
14 hits is what you have?
I have, yes. Back to Thomas, over to first base for 1 out, and a run is going to score. As that makes it 11-0.
Now to bat number 20, Riley Nelson.
2 outs. And a runner at third.
Who's this?
20. Right there next to you, buddy. Riley Nelson.
Got her.
Riley Nelson. Riley batting .500 on the year, but small sample size, only 8 at bats. 4 runs batted in, though, in that time. Strike on the first pitch, runner at third base. 11-0 in favor of Edwardsville. 2 outs in the inning, and that one is inside. Nice job on the stop there by Mackenzie Young to keep Van Rijswijk down at third base. Thomas ready with a 1-1. Here it is. Swinging a line drive right into the glove of Maya Clark. And that will end the inning. But not before a lot more runs come across the score here. And Collinsville will have their work cut out for them. They will need at least 2 runs to continue this thing, or it'll end here in the top of the 5th inning, which we will tell you all about when we come back from a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food, all created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027.
Maya Clark leads off with the first base hit of the afternoon for Collinsville, just the second base runner for the Kahawks here today. And
playing third base, number 27.
That's a nice way to get
Wallace.
things started. Clark was a strikeout victim her first time up.
There you go. Nice to at least get a hit here, and it's going to have to play at least 2.
Yes, they are.
To keep this game going into the bottom of the 5th.
Here is Brianna Wellen, who popped up to the shortstop. Avery Hamilton, her first time up. And she looks at one in there for a called strike. Kahawks with their backs against the walls here in this regional championship game. Swing and a miss by Wellen. 0-2. Scoreboard operator went shopping. Here's a swing and a little pop shot just over the first baseman's head, but it rolls, stays fair. Throw down to second base is going to be in time for the out. There was nothing Maya Clark could do there. She had to stay put to see if that ball was going to be caught or not, and then when it wasn't,
First baseman, number
she didn't really have anywhere else to go.
Jakic.
So the play goes 4-6 on the putout, and Brianna Wellen reaches on a fielder's choice And here is Alex Jacobs, who grounded out her first time up. Her only time up. Here's the pitch. Outside corner for a called strike. 3 runs in the first for the Tigers, 1 in the second, nothing in the third. Thought that Marissa Thomas and company were settling down a bit and gonna make a game of this, and then all of a sudden an explosion of 7 runs in the last half inning. Schmeling had something to say to the home plate umpire, and they're gonna do a courtesy runner. That's what they're gonna do.
And to run, number 4,
And
Bailey
Demick will come in and run for Brianna Well, and needs some speed on the base paths to try to get the run across. Jakic swings and fouls one. 0-2. Owen's ready with another. And that one is out of the strike zone. Ball 1. Jakic will dig back in there from the left side. Demick on at first base. 1 out. Here's a grounder. Chance to end it on a double play over to second for 1 out. No return throw. Wouldn't have been in time. And the inning continues.
Number 35, Katie Bardwell.
As Jakic takes the place of Wellen and Demick over at first base. Another 4-6 play. Here's Katie Bardwell. Last chance here for Collinsville. Katie was a strikeout victim in her only at bat. She swings through the first pitch. 0-1. Owens looks into Griffin, has her sign, brings it home. Bardwell swings and fouls it over in front of the Edwardsville dugout. And Bardwell in an 0-2 hole.
Canucks haven't been able to move the runner over. A couple fielder's choices. Need a big hit here.
Sure do. Owens ready for an 0-2 to Bardwell. Here it comes. Swinging a pop foul. This is going to be off to the left, off to the right, excuse me, behind us. And the count stays 0-2. As we mentioned earlier, Bardwell's only home run of the year was a grand slam. Be a nice spot for a 2-run shot here, wouldn't it? Here comes the 0-2 pitch again. Swinging another foul. Will do it all over again. Tigers looking to advance to sectional play. And there's a pitch that's inside. Belleville East won their regional semifinal 13-0. West won 9-8. East was over Granite City. West was over O'Fallon. Those two teams meet tomorrow morning. Swinging another foul ball by Bardwell. She's hanging tough. That's at the Belleville East Regionals, an 11 o'clock in the morning affair. And of course, the sectional would be the Pekin sectional, but the game here would be played at Belleville West between the winner of this game and the winner of tomorrow's game between East and West. Bardwell, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that is going to do it. Bardwell down on strikes, and the Kahawks are out of time, and the Edwardsville Tigers will win this one this afternoon by a score of 11-0. And we will take a break as we welcome you into the post-game show brought to you by Cafe Agape in Collinsville, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. Been doing their thing since 2012, offering catering to some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Cafe Agape, 345-CAFE. That is 345-2233. Well, Kahok season comes to a close, and we'll be back to wrap up our final game of the year here on the Kahok Sports Network after a timeout by Cafe Agape.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape post-game show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Not in the cards for your Collinsville Kahawks today as they drop this regional championship game 11-0 to the Edwardsville Tigers. So the Tigers will move to the Pekin Sectional. They will take on the winner of the game between Belleville East and Belleville West tomorrow morning in the sectional semifinal to be played at Belleville West. Collinsville, no runs. They just got one hit. They committed one error, and that one runner left on base there in the fifth inning. Edwardsville, 11 runs on 14 hits. They committed no errors and left 4 base runners on base. And Chris Keller just wasn't in the cards for the offense for Collinsville. They got one walk in the fourth inning and picked up their only base hit in the fifth inning. And Riley Owens really had them handcuffed for almost the whole game.
You saw the last game for Edwardsville was 1-0. It's going to be difficult when you can't even score on them. And then their offense finally bangs through there with some small ball in the first, and then the big inning back in the fourth. Tough recipe for the Kahawks in the season is over.
And so is our season. A big thank you to everybody involved. There's too many names to name, but Chris Keller comes to mind. He's one of them. Of course, Zach Roseman helping us out, as well as his younger brother Josh during the basketball season. But too many coaches to thank because all of them contribute, and the players as well. Interviewing all the seniors this year was fun. So we look forward to the 2022-2023 sports season. Our first game will be girls volleyball. That'll be on August the 22nd versus Glenwood. Then our first boys soccer game will take place 2 days later. That'll be on the road at Triad before we return home 2 days after that on August the 26th to open the football campaign as Belleville East comes to town. And that's how we get our next year started. So any final thoughts there, Mr. Keller?
Oh, it's all been fun. The coaches come out and talk to us when we can, and we're here covering it when we can. I love the sports. Kahawks are great. It's all fun to do, and we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't love it, right?
Ah, that's exactly right, man. I would not be doing this unless I absolutely loved it, which I absolutely do. All right, thanks a lot there, Chris Keller. Enjoy your summer. I'm sure we'll see each other a couple of times down at LC's or something like that. And let's go Blues. My name is Todd Duke, and I hope everyone has a safe and fantastic summer. We'll see you in August.